So it happens to the best of us. It's happened to me. It's probably happened to you, which is probably why you're watching this video. There's a girl that you like. You've got a crush on her. You'd really like to date her. You'd like to go out with her, maybe even have a relationship with her. But she just kind of sees you as a friend. So what do you do in that case? And more importantly, how do you not get friend zoned by a girl? And if you're already there, how do you get out of the friend zone? That's what we're covering in today's video, as well as why guys get friend zoned. Anyway, I'm Jeff Campbell from DivorcedParentsClub.com, and I'm glad you're here with me. So first question, let's answer, why do some guys seem to always get friend zone? The first is that you're too nice. You're too accommodating. You say yes to everything. She wants to get together. She wants to change the plans. She needs your help moving or unpacking or doing something, and you're too accommodating. You say yes to everything. It shows that you're basically kind of a simp and you're at her beck and call and you don't really have anything else going on in your life. That's not masculine. It's not confident. And ultimately, it's not attractive. She may appreciate the things that you're doing for her, but she's not going to see you in a romantic sense. The next is that you wait too long to make a move. Women tend to move faster than guys in the early stages of dating. Now, they tend to move slower than guys in terms of being ready to jump into a relationship, ready to say, I love you. But I see this a lot on dating apps too, where guys are endlessly texting back and forth on the dating apps and never actually ask a woman out in real life. And women get tired of that. So don't wait too long to make a move. Don't wait too long to tell her that you want to go out with her, and be clear, be bold, be confident. Women like confidence. Don't be wishy-washy, don't be namby-pamby, and don't be indecisive. And then along those same lines, if you have gone out with her, you didn't try and kiss her on the first date. And I mean a kiss on the lips, not a kiss on the cheek, guys. Go for a kiss on the lips if the date went well and you're feeling a sense of attraction for her and from her. And in a minute, I'm going to cover what some of those things are that you can look for from a girl to know that she's attracted to you. So how do you know if a girl has friend zoned you? The first is that she won't want to get together very often in the evenings. She'll want to do lunch dates or coffee dates or brunch, things of that nature during the daytime where she has an exit strategy to go somewhere else when it's done, as opposed to an evening date where you may eventually end up at your place or her place afterwards, which is clearly a setup for romance. The next is that she wants to meet up with other friends and not have it just be you and her. That is the kiss of death in the early stages of relationships. And let me tell you why. For starters, if they are her friends, they're all going to be looking at you. They're all going to be judging you. And guess what? She's going to feel a little awkward being around you, who she doesn't know very well, and her friends that she knows really well. And then they're going to be wondering why she's acting awkward and anxious and differently than she does normally. And guess what? They're going to blame her behavior on you. So don't ever agree to group dates or friend dates with multiple other people in the early stages of dating. Wait until she is officially your girlfriend. If you go for the kiss, and you absolutely should go for the kiss at the end of the first date and then every date thereafter until you're actually having sex together, but you should go for the kiss and go for a kiss on the lips. But if when you go for the kiss, she turns her face and you get the cheek, that's a clear sign that she does not have romantic interest in you. Doesn't mean necessarily that she can't grow into romantic interest, but it is a sign of low attraction. And you need to consider whether you want to keep investing time with her romantically, or if you want to just move on and find someone else that has a higher level of attraction for you. And along those same lines, you get the side hug. And that's a clear sign that she sees you as a friend only. And again, doesn't necessarily mean that she can't grow in attraction for you, but you need to decide if you want to invest that time. She has a pet name for you, and it's not a romantic name like babe or baby or things like that. It's more like buddy or bubba or something silly that's not romantic. That's a clear sign that she sees you as a friend. And then the next one is obvious. She introduces you to other people as her friend. She doesn't say, oh, this is Jeff, and Jeff and I are dating, or things like that. She doesn't introduce you to her friends under any other terms than, oh, this is my friend Jeff. And then the next one is that she confides in you about her romantic interest with other people, or she dumps on you about issues in the romance department with other people. That's a clear sign that she kind of sees you as like her friend whose shoulder she has to cry on, and not someone that she sees romantically. Real quick, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, hit that like button for me. It just takes a quick second of your time. It's a great way to say thank you to me for making this video, and it shows my video to more people, helps me grow my channel too. So thank you. So now we're going to talk about what to do if a girl puts you in a friend zone and you don't want to be there. So the first is act a little indifferent. Don't act needy, desperate, or clingy. Don't be like, oh my God, I just, I love you so much. Don't be a simp. Don't be like that. Act, if she doesn't want to be with you, no big deal. There's plenty of other women out there who would love to go out with you. You got to act a little indifferent, even if that's not actually what you're feeling on the inside. Next is don't be available every single time she calls. Don't say yes to every single thing she asks. If you ask her out, have a plan of what you want to do. And I'm not saying don't take her feelings into consideration. I'm not saying be a hard ass who's completely inflexible and who never lets her get her way. What I am saying is show confidence, show strength, show focus, and have a clear plan of what you want to do with her. And it's okay if you morph those plans as the evening progresses, if it seems to be going in a different direction. But you, as the leader, should be in the driver's seat. Build emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy often leads to physical intimacy. That's one reason why it is often a bad idea for guys and girls to just be friends when they each have, or one of them has, a partner elsewhere, because emotional intimacy often leads to physical intimacy. And if you're in relationships with other people, but you come together and share an emotionally intimate bond, it could very easily turn physical and then lead to obviously some inappropriate action. So build emotional intimacy. Share your feelings with her a little bit. But more importantly, ask her high quality questions. Get her confiding in you about her feelings, then mirror back some of the things that she's saying so that she feels heard and understood. That's naturally going to make her more attracted to you because she feels like you really get her. Now, having said that, you don't want to take the place of her therapist. You don't want to be her shoulder to cry on every time somebody else breaks her heart. You don't want to be in that role either. So you've got to strike a balance between the two things. The next is kind of obvious, but flirt. Don't be afraid to do some harmless flirting and clearly let her know that you've got some romantic interest. Along those same lines, don't be afraid to be a little bit bratty. You're making jokes at her expense, and not mean-spirited jokes. I'm talking fun, playful, lighthearted jokes. Don't be afraid to disagree with her a little bit. A lot of guys make the mistake of agreeing with everything that she says, even if they don't actually believe that. That is a huge mistake. You've got to be clear about your own convictions and opinions because that makes you more attractive. But don't be afraid to be a little bit bratty, a little bit playful, and a little bit sassy. And then as you progress through these signs, look for signs of physical attraction from her. What are those things? Well, she may be playing with her hair when she talks to you. She may be definitely looking into your eyes. She may occasionally look down at your lips as she's talking to you. And one thing you can do, which this comes from Coach Corey Wayne, is when you're talking to her, you occasionally look down at her lips while you're talking to her from her eyes, and then see if she does the same thing back. That's a clear sign that she's ready to be kissed. But also, she may be touching you. She may be bumping into you and kind of too close in your personal space from what a normal friend would be. And if you see those signs, that means she is attracted to you and her attraction may be growing, in which case you need to take action. Don't wait too long to make that move. Be confident, be focused, be purpose-driven. Have a mission in life that isn't related to her. Have something that you are focused on, that you're driven towards. That could be a career. It could be a hobby. It could be your physical fitness, your mental health, whatever it is. Have a clear, confident, purpose-driven mission that you are passionate about. Don't get butthurt if things don't go your way. And that's especially true if she does things that tick you off. Don't ever let her see you get ticked off. It's okay if you feel that on the inside. Outside, you always want to be kind of like James Bond. Cool, collective, hey, no big deal. I can handle this. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. Because guess what James Bond knows? If this girl doesn't want to be with him, there's another one around the corner who will. And he always has that attitude about everything, and you should too. Focus on yourself, not her. And what do I mean by that? I mean, focus on being the best version of you that you can be. That could be physical health, could be mental health, could be spiritual health, could be your career, could be going to the gym, could be doing sports or other activities, could be spending time with your friends, but do things that bring you joy. Don't just sit around all day waiting for her to call. That makes you look pathetic. And it's clear when she does call, if you always answer the phone and you always say yes to everything she asks, it's kind of clear that you don't really have a life outside of her. And again, that makes you look kind of pathetic. Let her reach out at least twice as much as you reach out. In other words, don't be the one who always initiates contact by calling or texting. Let her do the majority of that, if not most of it. Because again, if you're constantly reaching out, it kind of makes you look a little needy and desperate. And it makes you seem as if you don't have anything else going on in your life. So always let her reach out at least 50% of the time, and ideally even more than that. Now, if you do all of these things and you make your move, and she still rejects you or says, I just see you as a friend, don't be afraid to draw a hard line in the sand and say, hey, you're an awesome girl. I'd really love to date you, but I'm not interested in just being platonic friends. So if you change your mind, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to keep looking. And then that's it. Don't be afraid to kind of put the brakes on things. Don't be available when she calls. If she does call or text, make it clear you only want to get together if she's interested in a romantic date. And if she says no, then repeat the same thing. And if you have to do that more than twice, I would probably consider blocking her, because ultimately it's just wasting your time. But dating is fraught with a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of do's in dating and a lot of don'ts in dating to be successful. But in a recent video, I actually covered 19 huge red flags to look for when you're dating somebody. And if you want to see what those are, I want you to check out this video right up here on my channel. But for now, I'll see you in the next video.